covered up my debt. I apparently stepped into the Fountain of Youth. But beyond that matter, I'd like to recognize Nicolas Cage for promoting me in my fathers and movies and treasures. But, yes.
All right, Kanye, this one's for you. With national debt rising to nearly $20 trillion, how do you plan to reduce the deficit?
That's a good question. But let's focus on my $50 million in debt right now. I made a GoFundMe account, so GoFundMe, easy.
All right, George. The city of New Orleans is still recovering from the destruction caused by Katrina. How do you plan to address the situation?
Well, we are currently launching top secret missions to find this Katrina woman. We believe she's currently in collaboration with Al-Qaeda. So we're going to infiltrate her hideout, take her out, and make sure she never bothers America again.
Fair enough. Okay, JFK. During the first term, the Bay of Pigs invasion was a miserable failure. How do you care to comment on that, or do you care to comment on that?
Yes, I do. I just want to clear some things up. When we were attacking the Bay of Pigs, we took a bunch of aircraft carriers and just ships to cross the sea into Cuba. And what we did not expect is when we got closer to the border of Cuba, we started hearing a bunch of oinks and oinks and oinks. And so to prepare for that, we got our Angry Birds and our slingshots. Then we just shot the shore and we realized we were outnumbered, so we had to retreat.
All right, Lincoln. If you were to be re-elected, what would be your first order of business when you return to the White House?
Personally, I would change the lighthouse into my own version of a log cabin. And then would occasionally plant the good old cherry trees, as Washington would say.
All right. Look, 12 Brazilian people recently killed during an airstrike in Rio. How do you plan on responding to that?
How many is a Brazilian?
JFK, how do you plan to defend the nation in times of attack?
I was going to keep this a secret for a little while, maybe once I turn president, but I just want to get this out there that I am Captain America. So when need be, I will call on the Avengers, and we will take care of the problem as they come along.
All right, Kanye. What do you think about the recent forest fires in California?
Well, that's because my mixtape's fire.
Yeah.
That's kind of why I'm in debt, because all the fires that happen in California, so everybody go fund me.
Sure you have escaped with us tonight?
They'll burn the place down, I'm sorry.
So sorry, Kanye, but me and my wife currently need to go to an important play.
I mean, actually, I have to get going too.
I'm gonna let you finish, but I had the best public debate of all time.